So my middle schoolers loved it back then, my kindergartners loved it last year, and my first graders now love it too. Hey guys, it's Fernanda. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a website called Kahoot. This website is my favorite website to use for review games, and I would say it's probably my students' favorite website to use as well because it is just so fun. So a few weeks ago, I posted this on Instagram where I was sharing with you guys my favorite way to review concepts, and I asked you guys in that post if you wanted to see a video on it, and some of you said yes, so here it is. This video is also brought to you by Teachers Connect. So in case you don't know what Teachers Connect is, it is basically an online community for teachers only. So if you ever have a question that you would like other teachers' answers from, or you want to share a resource like I'm kind of doing right now, you can do it on this website, and it's a really neat community to be in, so I'll have the link down below. Okay, so now back to the video. I love using Kahoot in the classroom, mostly for math. I haven't really figured out how I would incorporate it into ELA, but I'm sure you can somehow. But I love using Kahoot to review concepts, and my students love it too. It is fun, it is engaging, and then also brings in a little bit of a competition, and if your students are competitive, they'll love it. So in this website, you can either create your own quiz, a survey, or discussions. I haven't really played around with any other features besides the quizzes. So you can create your own quiz, or you can use a quiz that was created by someone else already. So for example, I used Kahoot for number bonds a couple weeks ago, and I made my own, but if you type in number bonds on the search bar, a bunch of other quizzes will come up that you can also use. So I'm going to go ahead and walk you through how I made my number bonds Kahoot quiz. The first thing I did was open up a PowerPoint document. I went into Google Images and searched blank number bond, I believe, and I just found the one I liked the best, copy and pasted it onto the PowerPoint. Once I did that, I went ahead and put numbers on the parts and left the whole blank. I made a few like this, and then I also made some where the whole and one part was filled, and you have to figure out what the other part was. So once I had enough number bonds for the quiz, I went ahead and exported the slides into a JPEG document, and I think I clicked the option where it says export all the slides and not just the current slide. That way they were all saved in one folder. Then I went to the Kahoot website and clicked the button that's in the upper right hand corner that says create. I clicked on quiz, but as you can see, you have other options of things that you can create, but I haven't played around with those options. You do have to title your Kahoot, and you have to have a description. I just keep it simple. I put number bonds in the title, number bonds on the description, and then I don't know why I've always done this, but I make it only visible to me, and then for audience I select school, and that's pretty much it. After you have that, it's gonna let you create questions. So for my question title, because it was just all about number bonds, I just went ahead and put complete the number bond. I changed the time limit to 60 seconds. You can always change it afterwards too. And then I went ahead and uploaded an image, and I used the PowerPoint document that I converted into a JPEG as the image. Then it will ask you to put some answers. It requires you to have at least 2 answers. I like to put 3, and then you have to make sure that you check the correct answer. And you will know that you did this because that answer will be green. So now that you have all your questions ready, you are ready to play your Kahoot. So in order to play Kahoot, you kind of do need technology. So somewhere where people can see the screen. So for me, I use my projector and I project it onto the whiteboard. In kindergarten, I used it on my smartboard, and there are just different ways you can do it. Now for your students, you will need some kind of technology as well. So either tablets, laptops, cell phones, anything that you can have the app for, or you can go on the browser. I personally have not downloaded the Kahoot app just yet, just because I didn't know there was one. Usually I just go on the browser, I just put kahoot.it, and this is what you're gonna see when your students are playing. Your students are gonna see the screen telling them what PIN number to put on their phone or their device or whatever. Once they put in that PIN number and submit it, it's gonna ask them to come up with a nickname. So if all your students have like a laptop or a mobile device, and they can put their own name, but for me, I don't have enough tablets for my whole class, so I just do it by table. So I have them do like table 1, table 2, table 3, and table 4, and so on and so forth. As each of my tables log in, it's gonna come up on the big screen so you know who you're missing. Once everybody's logged in, you can go ahead and start the quiz. And my number bonds quiz looks somewhat like this. The question is gonna come up on the big screen, not their device, so they have to be paying attention. What they're gonna see in their device is just shapes that's gonna correspond with answers on the screen, so they have to click the right one. Kahoot is gonna let them know if they got the answer right or wrong on their device, and it is not going to like put it on blast on the big screen. It's just gonna let them know on their device. Kahoot is also gonna have a live leaderboard, so the faster you answer it correctly, the more points you get, and points change, and there's just like all these different people on first place, which makes it really exciting for the kids. At the very end of the quiz, it will show like a podium, so who was in first place, second place, and third place. And it would also give students the chance to provide feedback so they can rate how they felt, like did they like it, did they not like it, would they play again, stuff like that. One cool feature that you can also do is download the results. I haven't quite yet figured out how to read these results, but it's gonna give it to you in like a Excel spreadsheet, and it's just like a ton of numbers, and I personally don't really get it, but if you do, you have that option. All right, so that is pretty much how I use Kahoot in my classroom. Possibilities are endless when it comes to Kahoot. You can create so many different quizzes. I know I used to use it back in the day when I was still in college working in an after-school program. I used to use this with my middle schoolers, and they loved it. So my middle schoolers loved it back then, my kindergartners loved it last year, and my first graders now love it too. I'm pretty sure your students would love it too. All right, so that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. I do have a weekly vlog from last week, but I'm gonna post it on Wednesday because I want to be able to have something to post the week after that. I hope that makes sense. This upcoming week is my last week before fall break. So starting from the 5th until like the following week, I will not be at school and I will not be vlogging. I'll actually be in Hawaii with my husband. So in my head, it all works out. I'm gonna have last week's vlog this Wednesday and then this week's vlog next Wednesday when I'm in Hawaii. That way you guys still have something to watch. And then once I come back from fall break, everything's back to normal. It makes sense to me, I don't know. But yeah, be on the lookout for that vlog on Wednesday. And like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. And yeah, I will see you guys in my next one. Bye.